Hey! So let me show you what I've been doing between episodes. The first thing, I've went mining again. I've got a bunch more materials and also I've got some stuff from Thaumcraft. I actually wanted to wait until we started Thaumcraft, but a wisp tried to kill me and, well, I had to defeat it back. So now we have the Strange Dreams book, which is given on the first encounter you have with Thaumcraft. Okay, after that then I just said, okay, I'll just grab everything related to Thaumcraft if I see it. I've also changed how it is. Now I have a timer and some red alloy wire here. Very easy to craft everything. And the next thing, I've been doing some terraforming. And as you can see, everything is a bit cleaner. I still have a lot more of terraforming to do. And this is how it is looking. For this series, I want to do something different. Normally, I try to do something well decorated and with some kind of a structure for base. However, for Divine Journey, I think I'll do quite a long base, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do something similar to a long base. I'll still try to decorate it a bit so it doesn't look so plain. But the idea is to have just like an open without roof kind of base. That's why this much terraforming. I still need a bit more of terraforming to do. I want to move all of the farms and the animals maybe to this side of the base and terraform this a bit more, put some more dirt and this, and just take a lot more of dirt and just make it everything just along. But anyway, in the previous episode of Divine Journey, we've been working on Totemic. We've got a lot of animals here, a lot, and they are just like entering wherever they want. They don't respect any boundaries. And we've also managed to get the Baykok's bow, which is something that I'll be using in this episode. Now, I haven't really claimed any quest. Maybe there are some that I've already claimed for the binding and the bronze tool, but most of the quests, they are not claimed. And as one comment mentioned, I think I should just leave it there. I won't claim any quest, not even this one. There are some enchanted books that might be interesting, but overall, it is not really, I don't think it is stuff that we just cannot get. And maybe, just maybe, if I manage to finish this modpack, then I'll claim all of the quests. There is a claim all button, so it would be quite interesting to see how many rewards are up to the end of the modpack. Nothing will be claimed. Unless it is something uncraftable or it is something that we need for progression, I won't claim any quest. That's the main idea. But anyway, we finished with Totemic and with the first part of the journey, of the beginnings of the journey. And this opens two pages. We can either enter into Roots or enter into Immersive Engineering. The thing is that some of these root spells, they require a quick visit to the Nether. And for the Nether, of course, we need a flint and steel, but for this we need steel, not iron, we need steel. So we're going to start with some Immersive Engineering. We're going to start with the basic things, so the blast furnace and the coke oven, especially because the processing for these two, for coke and for steel, they should take a lot of time. So it is something that it would be a great idea to start right now and just leave it there until we come back to make the rest of machines. And while we leave crafting stuff there, we can start with roots. So we are going to be doing two mods in this episode. We are not going to complete them, but we are going to start both of them. Now, in order to start with both mods, we actually need some Baykok's Bloodied Stone, which is crafted with some coagulated blood, for which we need to take some harm. Or maybe not. Why am not burning? Now I'm burning. Yes, so we need some blood, which should be fairly simple. Don't try this at home. This is dangerous. Don't do it. Now all of this blood, we should be able to just coagulate everything. And that's how we basically get the coagulated blood. Now with some obsidian and the bow, we should be able to craft the Baykok's bloodied stone. Now 2 of these stones, we are going to be using them to craft the hammer. Oh, I need copper rod. We should be able to craft the hammer. And we get the engineer's trophy. Now we will also need a new alloy. In this case will be Invar, which is nickel and iron. Very simple. While the Invar is doing, we can craft a couple of coke ovens. For now we are going to set up all of these around the zone. Everything I'll move it maybe in that direction. And here I'll have most likely only farms and stuff like that. I am short. And those are 2 coke ovens. Now doing coke coal will take a bunch of time. As you said here, it doesn't say, but this is quite a very slow recipe. And apart from coke, this also should give us some creosote oil, which will be used to craft treated wood. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there is a ratio between coke ovens and blast furnaces that we can have to use to produce as much coke so we can fit a blast furnace. I don't know which one is it. I should look for it. But as you can see, this is very, very slow. It will be quicker with regular coal instead of blocks. But, I mean, at the end, it is the same time it will take if we put 9 items of coal compared to 1 block of coal. It is the same time. So it really doesn't matter that much. And as the quest says, this can be automated using fluid ducts, servos, and stuff like that. I think we should be able to craft this. The same with the servo. This is pretty much easy to craft. And I'll do that, I think. We will connect both things to a tank on the back to store all of the creosote oil so this doesn't stop producing. It is a good idea to, to do that automation very quick. Now we should be able to put it anywhere, I suppose. Does this work like this? It's been a while since I used thermal for all of these things. Or maybe we don't have any. No, we don't have any creosote. So we will we will discover if this works if whenever we have some creosote. But I hope this should work. I hope. And everything should enter into this portable tank. For only this we should be able to hold 20 buckets of creosote oil. It's not that much, but I feel it's going to be enough to start. The hardened upgrades, we cannot craft it yet because we need mithril. And not only that, but we also need a metal press. Mithril is quite this thing because I suppose this also requires a arc furnace. So yes, it is a lot. It's still a bit far from where we are right now. This quest, it gives 1 hardened kit, but as I mentioned, we are not going to claim any quest. Who does that? I don't. So yeah, I'll just craft a bunch of these portable tanks. They're quite cheap, so I don't really care that much. And we also have trash cans from extra utility. So if we need to void creosote oil, we can void creosote oil. There is no problem. There is really not problem. This is very slow, but very soon we should be able to get our first block of coal and our first buckets of creosote. There is it. Our first buckets of creosote oil, and this is not extracting because of this. So if we ignore, there is it. We get creosote oil, and as you can see, yes, this is not going to be enough. This is not going to be enough tank. Only one cycle for both, and we are halfway there. So I'll need to craft a couple more of them, and whenever they are full, I'll just void the rest of creosote. Now with all of this, we should be able to make our first blast furnace. So let me recollect all of these. Well, yes, all of these coal coke. We have 18 in total. And let's build this one maybe here on this side. And there is it, the crude blast furnace. Now, I really don't know the different time of this, how to calculate this, how much time this will take. But we can get a lot of steel from this, as you can see. burning charcoal. It is a very little burn time. What we want the most, to get the most, is with coal coke. So let's put all of this here. And again, we don't have a tooltip. But as you can see, this is very slow. This is also very slow. Very slow. Why? Why immersive engineering? Why do you want to do so slow things? Yeah, I suppose this is going to take maybe 5 minutes. Or more maybe. I don't know. I'll just have to wait. But once that finishes, we should be able to get some steel. And with that, we should also be able to unlock the flint and steel, which is the gate for the Nether, which has its own page as well. Everything has its own page. In the meantime, we can start crafting some treated wood. This is very nice that we can just grab the tank and use it as a bucket. That is very nice because there is a quest. Because having one bucket and then just taking the liquid, put in the bucket, crafting, taking the bucket, put in the liquid, and so on, it's quite quite bad for the grist. But this is very nice. We have a first treated wood as well. So it's been a while and we have 4 blocks of steel and a bunch of slag. Slag is really not that important as for now. Yeah, for now it's not really that important, but we are going to save this. What is actually important are these blocks of steel, which we can turn into regular steel. And that is the quest. And then the steel. With 1 flint, we should be able to get a flint and steel. There is it. Now we are also getting a better armor. Because we are going to go to the Nether right now. So, and we can open the portal and let's get into the Nether. Sometime now, it will load. Yes, and there is it. We are in the Nether. Low. Now there are a bunch of new things here. I've made a small list of... That scared me. I've made a small list of some stuff I want to get. And there are also some stuff that I quite forgot to point out, like cobalt. I am scared. It is such a scary place. So as you could have seen, I've done a bunch of exploration and this is everything I got from the Nether. I might have to do a second trip in the near future, but for now I think it's going to be enough to start with roots. I have some of the most important things such as magma flowers, ice seeds, diluted spores, bone mushroom. Yeah, I think it's going to be enough. For now, at least. So let's start by doing some roots. First we have to craft a bunch of this root of the fallen and a bunch of terra moss, which is a bit of a of a process. Now will regular moss stone will work? It works. Okay, so I don't really need the terra moss, these terra spores. And you might be asking where I get this much of moss stone. Just here on the side we have this magical forest from Thaumcraft, I believe. There is a lot of this moss stone. Yeah, a lot of this moss stone. And also this black granite mossy cobblestone, which we can actually transform into regular moss stone. Now we also need a bunch of bark, and any kind of vanilla wood should work. Yes, if we break the block, we get some bark. Now in the Nether we also got some of these congealed blood blocks. Hopefully, yes, we can get coagulated blood from this. This one we can use it for blooded stone, so we don't need to hurt ourselves anymore. Now with all of this, we should be able to craft our first spire, from which we also get a trophy. Now all of these trophies, I'll move them. They won't stay here, but for now that's going to be their place. So we're going to start with our first craft using the pyre. As I read on the quest book, this one you can kind of automatize it. If we have a dispenser on this side, we could actually turn on kind of the rituals automatically using flint and steel, and below it will pull, we can set up a ritual and it will pull items from a chest below. And the first thing we are going to craft is some charret stone. From this we need a stone, bark and terra moss. So if we do this, it is crafting, and it is crafting the next one. Oh, that is nice. Yes, and now it's crafting the next one. Oh, this is so interesting. Charret stone. Now, in this episode, my idea is to follow this side of the chapter. So we are going to get into the spells itself. For that, we need two things. We first need a mortar and a pestle, and we also need this grammary of the forest and this imbuer. So apart from the mortar and pestle and the imbuer, I've also crafted the stuff, which we are going to be using to use the spells, and the imposter, which is which is something that we will be using to modify the spells that we are going to be using. So all of this is new for me, so I don't know where to start with. So I think we're going to start with 3 spells, which I think we can craft. We're going to do the Sky Soarer, the Pale Light, and the Augment. Now, after all of this microcrafting, we should be able to craft all of the 4 spells I want to craft it for today. So all of these spells are crafted through the mortar and pestle. So this is the Sky Soarer spell dust. This is the Fade Light. This is the Augment. And finally, Radiance. There are still 3 more spells we can craft. Well, we should be able to craft. And these ones are gated spells because they are quite powerful. But for now, we are going to just try these ones, especially because it's my first time using roots, so I don't know what to do. Now, what we should be able to do is all of this spell dust. We should be able to right click into the imbuer, and then right click with the grammary of the forest, and there is it. Sky Soarer has been added to your library. We can do the same with the other spells. Now, I suppose if we come into the imposter, which has our stuff, and with a knife, we should be able to do stuff here. Do we need the grammary? Oh, there is it. Okay, so we have a library of the spells here, and we should be able to, yes, just apply these spells into our stuff. And if we come to the imposter, we should also be able to, yes, to apply modifiers into our spell. Of course, we require a certain item, but we should be able to modify it depending on what are our needs. Oh, there are a lot of all of different things we can modify this with. I might have a look in the future of camera, or maybe for next episode we can do all of this. But for now, let's test this. There is it. So for example, let's take Sky Soarer. This Sky Soarer spell will take a cloudberry, and we have this here, Earth Pouch, so we can fill this with all of the herbs that we want. I don't have that much. We have some cloudberry and one berkisha. All of these plants we can actually grow them, but for this we need elemental soil. It is easy to craft, but most likely something that we are going to be doing on the next episode. For now, let's just try this Sky Soarer. So if I right click, oh, this is so cool. Yeah, this is going to do drawing so easier. So let's see Radiance. This is the damage spell. I have some Berekisha here, so this should consume this. Let's try it on this Buffalo. Oh, it's not really that much damage, but it also does the machine in radius. I mean, it's cool, I think. Of course, all of this, we can augment this. There are a lot of things we can modify this with. And especially the augment spell, we can do different stuff here, which is also quite interesting. So this augment spell is more like a flexible option. So you can do a lot of things. Quite a useful tool. And what I wanted this the most for is the Sky Soarer. So we can have some kind of easier transportation method. Of course, this consumes quite a considerable amount of Cloudberry. But again, the Cloudberry, we can grow it. And that's the plan for the next episode. Now, next episode, we are not only going to be working on the growing crops of this mod, we are going to be doing a bit of everything. So some of the things I've already crafted, like the shears, the runic shears, the Brekisha, this mushroom, this fireball, the Wilden Wet. So a lot of these things I've already done it, but they weren't counted because I wasn't really paying attention to the quest itself. So we are going to be working on this. We also be working on the next part of Immersive Engineering, and there are some machines that are quite interesting, especially this manual press or something like that. I don't remember how it was called, but this will allow us to make 1-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1 ratio materials like plates, and I think we can also get rods 1-to-2 ratio. So it's quite nice to have. Maybe we will also start generating some energy, especially because of the blast furnace. When we get some energy, we should be able to accelerate the process of steel, and this will open a lot of new machines for us. So basically we will be working around the base, doing crops, a bit of roots, and a bit of machines for Immersive Engineering. So as always, if you're still here, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a better day, because it can always be better. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.